What's up? Okay, y'all. So today we are going to talk about Bitcoin mining. Is it profitable? Not really. But what is an opportunity that it creates that can increase profitability or at least solve problems that, you might not have otherwise thought of? So let's get into it. If y'all see me looking over here, it's because I got my notes, okay? Because your girl is what? A researcher, a studier, okay? Because I like to have the answers, okay? So, for those who don't understand blockchain technology and Bitcoin, think about it like gold, right? You have gold in a cave. There's a limited amount of gold, right? It's not a whole lot of gold out here. Very limited amount in this cave. Instead of you going in there and like digging for it, the act of digging for it is actually solving a really, really complicated math problem. So it looks like, okay, based on all of these numbers, okay, which number is the right number? It's like a little riddle, but you can use math to solve the riddle. That's basically what it's like, okay? You're like hacking away. You're trying to, is it A? Is it B? It's always C. It's always C. Y'all remember when they used to tell y'all that? Oh, if it's, if you don't know the answer, it's C. Child. Now, what you use to hack away at this is a very fast computer. That computer is able to solve math problems quicker, right? It's able to do the calculations quicker. It's able to solve the math problems quicker. That is called the ASIC, right? Now, what these computers and what these nodes do is that they maintain the network. One thing they do is they mine new Bitcoin, but they also verify the transaction as well. And more nodes and the more computers that you have verifying the transactions, stronger the network is, which makes it harder to hack or harder to collapse. As the miner, the person who has this computer that's hacking away trying to find the gold or trying to mint the new Bitcoin, that miner gets money every time there's a new Bitcoin mined, meaning they find gold in the cave, they get a percentage of that. Or anytime someone takes the gold and does a transaction and they verify it, they get money for that as well. However, there's one caveat to this. Listen, we in the middle of the gold rush, and on Tuesday it was just me and my homeboy, and on Saturday it was me in half of California in the mines looking for the gold. Well, that's going to make it much harder to find the gold, right? And to verify the transactions because you have so many people mining and verifying transactions. And also, it takes a lot of electricity to be able to do this. You're using these very high-tech computers to be able to mine the gold and calculate all the transactions. So you're using a lot of energy and a lot of electricity to be able to do this. As Bitcoin becomes more and more popular and more people are Bitcoin mining, it becomes a lot harder to actually make this like a profitable source of income. Some things that they do to mitigate this are mining pools. So instead of just me going into the cave solo dolo and trying to mine the Bitcoin, and me and my homies, we basically combine our computers together and our CPU power together, and we go in the mine and we mine the Bitcoins. And then whatever gold or whatever Bitcoin that we actually mine or whatever transaction that we actually verify, we split that income amongst the entire group, right? Now, this means that you might not hit as big, but you will hit more consistently and more predictably. But because this is like a more centralized way of doing this, it does require a lot of trust, because if I find the coin, but my other homies don't find the coin, then it's on me to make sure that I distribute funds equally. If someone else in my crew finds the coin, or one of my other homies finds the coin, and they don't distribute it equally, and they just run off on the plug, then it's kind of like, damn, bruh, like now the pool, you done kind of pissed in the pool a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not how we said things was finna go, Here's one thing that I find very interesting about Bitcoin mining that a lot of people, very niche people, are actually thinking about. Bitcoin mining produces a lot of heat because of the computers are literally running 24/7, right? And they have to stay cool, but they create so much heat. Heat is energy, right? So there are actually some people in certain companies that have found other ways to use the energy created from Bitcoin mining as almost like a stream of income or a way to solve problems. An example of this would be a farmer. I think he's like in Lithuania or somewhere. Where he lives is very cold, right? He lives like up in the mountains or something. Where he lives is very cold. So what he does is he uses the heat created from Bitcoin mining to actually warm his greenhouse, right? So now it's almost like he gets two benefits for the price of one. One, he's able to mine Bitcoin, which is a asset that, whenever he does make money, it'll continue to grow and grow and grow in value, even if it takes years. But two, he's using the heat that is coming off of the computer to be able to warm his greenhouse so that way he can actually grow crops for himself, his family, and his community, which I thought was really freaking smart. Then there's this other company called Mint Green. Mint Green basically is dedicated to finding sustainable ways to leverage Bitcoin mining to be able to help other companies who need the heat. So one thing that they've done is they've installed Bitcoin mines for like a lagoon company that creates these like artificial pools, but they use Bitcoin mining and the heat that comes from Bitcoin mining to be able to heat the pool. So now whenever I mine Bitcoin and I actually make money, I'm making passive income, but at the same time, I'm using the heat from the computers to actually be able to heat the lagoons that I'm building, right? Another example is how they are collaborating with the whiskey company to be able to help use the heat to age whiskey, right? So they're mining Bitcoin and they're using the waste heat to age the whiskey. It's really freaking neat. So it's got me thinking. I'm like, dang, what else can we use the heat for? You get what I'm saying? Like, what if the entire apartment complex, had Bitcoin mines in the basement and was using that to heat the water to go. I don't know how that works, but I'm just saying you could do anything. Anything is possible. That's what I love about times like this when it comes to like innovation and just things changing in the world. Like there's so much that you can create. There's so much that you can create. And because there's no one in this space like putting rules on what you can and cannot do, it's literally like you can come in here and create whatever you want as long as it makes sense. They're taking something that's already been created and they're finding more sustainable ways to be able to use the waste heat to actually be a benefit to them, so that Bitcoin mining isn't the only reason why you would want to Bitcoin mine. It's like a 2-for-1. I'm making passive income, but I'm also aging my whiskey. Yeah, get into that. But yeah, I hope you liked this video. If you did, make sure you subscribe, hit the notification bell, and turn it to always, because YouTube don't play with me. And make sure you like this video and share it, and comment down below what you would use the waste heat to do if you could Bitcoin mine. And I'll see you on the next one. Bye.